Yes, the church is surrounded by Illuminati wards. So I have to go and test the potency.
Blessed are the meek, but doubly blessed are those who do the Lord's work boldly. It is through His grace that we find sanctuary in His house, when His house is besieged by zombies. Not to belittle the Lord's work, but perhaps the illuminated ones made this place a safe place through some conjuration of theirs. Blessed by the Lord, of course, or at the very least tolerated. Whatever the providence of our sanctuary, it extends no further than the doorstep. Even the cemetery spills over with the devil's spawn. I've tried prayer, I've tried my 44, but Satan's wearing Kevlar, and Bible thumping just pisses them off.
Sometimes you get quests where you can only do one at a time. You have to finish the other one before you can try the other one. So I've got to drag 5 zombies into the church and see how the words affect them. Which should be amusing. Hey, hee hee. So I completed the first tier of the quest. Now the second tier is study the first Illuminati war. The magic of the words is strong enough to incinerate the zombies entering a church. Locate the words and study their imagery. I happen to see one out here. Apparently this one still counts as the first Illuminati ward. There must be another entrance then that's warded. Or just the wall. So you can see on my mini-map it's got the old quest blobs. I'm basically going to, it looks like, extend the wards. Magic of the wards is strong enough to incinerate the zombies. Okay, we've done that. Tier 3. Attempt to duplicate the imagery of the wards on the fence surrounding the graveyard. Oh, he didn't like that. So my health's pretty low. It'll start going back up automatically. But the potions in this game are energy drinks. And I'm actually out of them. Oh, that's not good. There's a lot of nice quest, let's see, what's the term I'm looking for? The quests are all very different. Like, I found especially in SWTOR, the quests got very samey after a while. It was always go into a cave and fight a bunch of guys, and or maybe you have to disarm something, but it was almost always the same. So far in this beta, the quests have all been very different. One of them involved fixing a guy's crashed remote control plane with webcam and taking the file, which was his pictures of a girl changing and posing, and uploading them onto his computer to get him to help you. Oh, that guy's not happy. Better phone this in. The Illuminati Magi are all revisionists, but every now and then they do get it right. Kingsmouth holds more than its share of Illuminati secrets. Knowing their poor ties to tradition and history, you are as likely to discover these secrets as they are. And oh, maybe I should probably help this guy. Anyway, the wards in the church are maintained by infused ancient symbols. Your attempts to apply them showed hopeful results, but these things cannot simply be replicated and reproduced. Advanced anima techniques require ancient foundations and years of accredited study. Yeah, well, you know. So, I could choose a martyr's bone to replace my normal bone. That will give me more health. Or I can choose a divine effigy. That'll give me more attack rating. Or I could choose a blessed charm. That'll give me more heal rating. I'm going kind of attack, I think. Since I haven't actually yet found anything that will let me heal. It does look like I've got a puppet on my hip, mind you. Friggin' zombies. Apparently there is PvP in this game as well. I haven't even started looking into that. I'm not even sure if it's something you can do in the beta. So yeah, see, I've got 24 hours basically before I can do this one again.
Kingsmouth is not a town without its blight, its fallow seasons. In times past, these lands have borne bad fruit. The demons are plucking forgotten apples that should have been left to rot on the boughs of Kingsmouth's tree, planted in unsanctified soil. By apples, I mean bodies. The tree represents, graves, and the unsanctified soil means, well, unsanctified soil. Unmarked graves. Mass graves. They operated with rationale, our illuminated ancestors. I'm sure of it. I mean, who am I to question these men of action? Those men of God. Even if they did stumble in their faith, well, that can happen to all of us. We forget to say grace. We lie. We cheat. We fornicate. We do worse. We have more immediate concerns than being ministers of past sins. What they're digging up is something that should remain buried, hidden from inquisitive eyes and wagging tongues. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
So, did anyone else see the Illuminati symbol flare up during the middle of that speech? Alright, Town full of zombies. Time to find a mass grave. What could go wrong? I think we found our mass grave. I can't help but notice charred remains, guys. Seems to take more damage from fire. See that guy? There's a whole ton of those drow by the coast. You'll note this game has tagging. Oh shit, I hit the drow. See how it keeps switching between who I have targeted? It just seems to randomly switch all the time, which is kind of a pain in the ass for a game that requires you to build resources up on these guys. So like I've got 2 on him, 3 on him, oh, it switched me to another guy. Alright, let's try that again. There's another mass grave. Bold buckle. I do think if I was to actually play this, I would probably, instead of splitting like I did with Pistol and Elemental, I'd probably just focus on one, because the powers cost more. See, I've got a bunch of anima points. I've got 5, but the next one in Elemental costs 7, and I wasted a bunch, really, in Pistols over here. So like Molten Earth, it does 125 damage, you know, which is okay, but it also hinders them so they can't move, so you can book it, you know? It's interesting in that some of the attacks build up the bullet resource on them, and then some of them build up the elemental resource. And different things consume different resources. Like when I use Combust, it doesn't actually take the bullet resource, just the elemental, so that keeps building up, and once it gets to 5, I can use Wanted. Granted, Wanted is really more, you know, it doesn't actually do that much damage, and it's more for hitting a bunch of guys. Like Electrical Storm does way more, it does 220 damage, whereas Wanted only does 99. But it's instant, so you can kind of just throw it in. I don't know if there's any emotes or anything in this game. Alright, 4th grave. Oh, the cultists are actually fighting them. Oh, I got my Molten Earth here. Oh god, I aggroed too. I'm probably gonna die again. Well, I guess the rule is cultists are just always chumps. This guy's a warrior, this could be a problem. Warriors! Alright, let's let the Bureau know. Actually, let's grab shit first. Tomorrow I'm gonna really have to look into how you craft stuff. To what purpose? And now, I gotta get my ass all the way back to the frickin' church. Through all these zombies. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna use this thing.